Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. Y'all, I am late starting this vlog today, but it's okay because girl, I had to stay focused on some stuff. So let me give you guys the update. Today is day 4 of certification class. I did not film anything yesterday, y'all. Like I said, I had to play catch up, okay? So y'all, I haven't been in a certification class in a minute, and you know what? I'm still nervous. Like, I still get anxious when I think my name is about to be called. Tuesday was my first day of class, but technically Monday was supposed to be my first day of class. So Tuesday I had to answer a question that I got half right. So that was interesting because it was like at the start of class. It was so crazy. Okay. Then today, that nervousness kicked in because we did like a small like role play with the instructor on just the stuff we went over so far as the script is concerned. And y'all, I'm telling you, that whole time I'm like, oh my God, don't call me, don't call me, don't call me, don't call me. Even though it's funny because this is my 3rd certification class and I've been servicing on this platform for a while, so you would think that the nervousness would be gone, but y'all, I am human, okay? So I say that to say you're just naturally going to be nervous when you do these classes. I don't care if you've done 8 certification classes, okay? Every class is going to be different. The information is going to be new. Some of the information is going to be general information that you would use across all clients as far as like your phone system and stuff like that. But the information for the actual client that you're servicing, it's going to be new information to you, okay? So yeah, you're going to get nervous. I was nervous. I was hoping I wasn't going to get called. I didn't get called today, so I was happy about that. But I did pay attention and follow along. Now, I did have one question I needed clarification on, so I waited until the end of class to see if maybe that question was going to get answered, but it didn't. So I did wait to the end of class to ask the question. It was in regards to the opening of the script because for the past 2 years, I'm so used to saying the opening script a certain way, or a certain way of doing it, so I had to make sure that we weren't supposed to do it the exact same way based on the scenario. So I just wanted to get that confusion out the way because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so used to saying da 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 da. I hope I don't mess up and say that. And you know what? I used to think that same thing when I was servicing my first client and moved over to the second client. I thought that I was going to slip up and start saying things from the script from the first client, but I didn't. So hopefully this doesn't happen with this. I have to deprogram myself from the old information because I'm not doing both clients at one time. I'm only doing one because I've got a lot of stuff going on. So I have to kind of deprogram myself of the information from the other cruise client that I was servicing and open myself up to take in the information from this new one. So today and yesterday went pretty good. We got a little bit further along today than yesterday and the day before. Generally the first week is basically like your starter week, you know. They kind of check to make sure you're able to log into your systems, get your codes and stuff like that, make sure your mic is working. But you do get started on the information like right away, but they do all of that in between. So it was pretty cool. I know as the weeks coming, it's going to get more and more detailed as far as information and stuff. And so, you know, learning a whole new system and getting used to that. I know in the beginning, I'm you know, just like I said, we're human. We're going to make mistakes, right? But, you know, the more that you do it, you'll get used to it because all of the information that you learn in certification, it'll all start to make sense by the time you're done with certification, okay? You learn it in bits and pieces, and then towards the end, it all comes together, and then you're like, oh, okay, you know, that wasn't that bad. This class that I'm in is exactly 30 days, so not bad. I've been in longer classes, so this is my first shorter class. So I'm pretty excited about that because it actually ends right before my birthday. My birthday's in September, so cool. I won't have to be sitting in certification class on my birthday. But other than that, so what's going on? Let's see, what else happened yesterday? Nothing much. Let's see, I talked to my mom yesterday, so that was pretty cool. We had a very interesting conversation, but I was happy to talk to her. And then today we've just been Livy been doing her own thing. We're still in our summer months. So, you know, there's no school right now, so she's just been doing her thing. And I've been doing my thing. I've been working on my business, getting some emails sent out. I've got 2 people that are enrolled into a class right now, so I'm giving them what they need. Some of the things that they can do prior to getting in class to kind of get a head start, as far as like their affidavit of identification, stuff like that, because their class doesn't actually start for another couple of weeks, but they have an opportunity to go ahead and get some of the things that they're going to be requested to do as it gets closer to the class now. So been doing that. Keeping up with my planner here. So I've been moving everything over that I haven't done every day this week to the new day. So hopefully before Sunday, I'm able to actually get some of the smaller tasks out the way, the less important tasks, because I've been prioritizing this week since I started this class. So I've had to shift some things around from my normal routine, which is fine, because I can adapt easily to most things. So I still need to make a phone call. They're closed now. I waited too late again. I still need to make an appointment for Olivia to get her teeth cleaned. I need to make her a doctor's appointment, but I'm trying to figure out how I need to do that because she's turning 12, so that means she has to get her immunization updated, but she can't. There's one particular shot that she's supposed to get, but she can't get it until she turns 12. So I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if I should take her to the doctor and let her get her checkup so that I can get the form that I may need for school, or I don't know. I'll have to work all that out. And then I still need to wipe down and sanitize my desk and all of that. I had Olivia do that to her room earlier while I was making lunch for her. Let's see. I had her kind of sanitize her desk and vacuum her floor and all that. And that's really been it so far, you guys. Last night we watched, I don't even know who won. I think I fell asleep. We was watching the NBA finals. So yeah, that's how we ended the night. I fell asleep. I don't know who won. So if you guys are watching it, comment down below. Let me know who won. Or my husband might tell me when he get home. 'Cause I think he stayed up long enough. I don't know, but I drifted off. Anyway, like I said, it's later in the day. So it's literally 5 o'clock. So I am going to go ahead and get dinner started. I know it always seems like I'm cooking dinner in my vlogs, right? Sometimes I wonder, do y'all get tired of me always showing y'all what I'm cooking for my family? But then sometimes I don't care because I'm like, well, doesn't everybody cook for their family? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're, I don't know, if I'm watching a lifestyle vlog, I'm just watching what they do in their daily life, right? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, let me get to that and then I will be back in a second. Alright, you guys, I am done with dinner. I'm fixing myself some tea. I just made some tea. So I know my ice is gonna melt though because it's like really hot. But I'm done with dinner. It is 6:30 and this is what we have. We have shepherd's pie and croissants. So with the shepherd's pie, I used ground turkey, some frozen mixed vegetables. The seasonings that I used was salt, pepper. I used that Himalayan pink salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, chili powder, and a brown gravy pack. With the potatoes, these are just the Hungry Jack instant potatoes. Hey y'all, it is the next day. And so I am officially done with the first week of certification class. Today was the 5th day. And there is no classes on Saturdays and Sundays unless there is a special circumstance. I have seen a client that started their first day on a Saturday. But it's really, really rare that you have classes on the weekends. And you also don't have a class on holidays. So yeah, so today was the 5th day and we jumped into being able to log into our systems and stuff. So remember I told you guys during the first week, that is where your instructor is going to go over your systems, making sure you're able to access them with your codes and your logins and stuff. So that's what we did today. And then we did have a group assignment. So we were broken up into groups. to do like a search and presentation. So she gave us some information that we had to look up, and someone had to volunteer to present it, and someone had to volunteer to get the information presentable. So we either had to put the information on a Google Doc or a slide. So we did the Google Doc. I volunteered to do the Google Doc because no one was really like saying anything. There was like one guy who was, you know, trying to go through the motions and stuff. But at one point he was feeling like he was the only one. So I went ahead and volunteered to do the document. But what ended up happening was, because I, you know, had to come on the mic or whatever to let him know, hey, you ain't by yourself. I got you. I'll do the document. But little did I know I was going to get volunteered to be the presenter. Oh my gosh. Y'all already know the nervousness kicked in, honey. But what was I going to do? Say no? So I got volunteered to be the presenter because everybody was liking how I sounded. They liked how I sounded on the mic. So they was like, oh, well, you sound, you know, I like your voice and all this and all that. We want you to be the presenter. So I was like, oh my gosh, why? No, why? That means I gotta like read all of this to a group of people. Oh my gosh. So the nervousness, of course, kicked in. Now, before we had to actually present, we did do a 10-minute break. So we had to present right when we came back, and because I was in group 1, I had to go first. So y'all, my hands were sitting here sweating. I was sitting here reading, and every time I get nervous when I have to read something out loud, the nervousness, I don't know if anybody else can hear it in my voice, but my voice starts to tremble a little bit. So I don't know how that went. They were saying that I did good or whatever, but I could feel the nervousness, right? So I'm reading and reading, and I'm like, Lordy, trying to make sure I'm not mispronouncing nothing, because you guys would, whew, y'all. And this is just a side note, but it made me think about this the other day as far as Olivia and getting her into the interest of reading, okay, and word pronunciation and stuff like that. Because on my first day in class, there were some people who had to volunteer to read, and they were butchering like simple words, you know. So it was just really interesting to listen to, and it made me kind of think like, okay, so let me get back on my getting Olivia to read and how to pronounce her words and stuff like that, because, you know, as a grown person, I'm sure it can make you feel a way if you're reading out loud, but you're not able to pronounce certain words that are not complicated. I hope I'm saying that right, because I'm definitely not shaming anybody on their reading skills. I mean, hey, it is what it is, but that it did make me think about that. Like, okay, I got to make sure Olivia's on top of it, because I don't want her to be reading something to somebody and every other word someone's correcting her on how to say it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that was interesting. But yeah, I was able to read the stuff out loud. Just got it over with, you know. Now, will that eliminate any nervousness that I have in the future with this and having to actually speak over the mic? No. Okay. It happens every time. Even when I'm doing like videos for you guys, I'm nervous as I'm talking. If I'm doing a video where, like, for my agents or something like that to send out to them, like even with my orientation, I don't know if anybody else can hear it when they get the link, but the tremble, you know, you can hear the trembleness in my voice, or at least I can, because I know what it sounds like. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. So over the weekend, I'm going to do some self-paced work. I want to stay ahead of that, because it's really easy to get behind, and it's hard to catch up once you do. Excuse me. Once you do start getting behind, it's hard to catch up. But yeah, so Olivia came to me last night and she was like, Mom, I want to switch my room around. And I'm like, girl, how many times have we switched your room? So last night she caught herself trying to move her bed and all that. But all I could think of was, okay, she's going to be up to like 3 in the morning trying to switch this room around. So I told her to think on it, okay, because once she changes it, it's going to be like that for a while. The only thing that's not being moved is her dresser, because it's too heavy. But she managed to come up with a plan. She said she had a plan on how she wanted to do her bed. So I'm going to go in here and check in a minute to see what she got going on, because I heard a lot of ruckus. And then she was in and out of here grabbing bins and stuff. So I don't know what she got going on in there. So I'm about to go check. But yeah, so other than that, I did get some updated school information. Thank you, Jesus, because y'all, the first day of school is August 5th. So I was like, well, when are they having like open house and stuff where you like go to the school, meet the teachers, and get whatever information you need for your kid, right? Well, they're doing, at her school, they're doing it the day before the first day of school. So I'm like, okay. I still have to work on getting her uniforms and stuff. I've got a couple of pieces in the Amazon cart. I just have to work on that. My money a little funny right now, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get her school uniforms. And then they did change the hours of the kids going to school. So last year they had a bell schedule, but this year it seems like they're making it a little later. So last year, or well, when school was in session in-person style, Olivia used to have to be on the bus at like 7 o'clock because she had to be at school at 7:30 and her school was right around the corner. So it took like literally like 2 minutes to get around the corner. But anyway, that was her pickup time. Well, she's in middle school and they changed the bell schedule. So now she's going to be in school from 9 to 4 o'clock, or 9:15 to 4:15. So that's going to be a little different. I'm so used to the 2:30 pickup, you know, that I'm gonna have to remember that she doesn't get out of school at 2:30 anymore. All right, so anyway, let's go in here and see what she has come up with for her room. I told her I was gonna go and take a look at it. And yeah, we're just gonna continue on with our day, you guys. All right, so let's go and see what she's got going on. All right, we're headed to Olivia's domain. Whoop. See some trash on the floor. Okay, so this, all right. Okay, she did say she wanted to move her bed, so she's done that just fine. Uh-oh, we've got a missing dollhouse. What happened to the dollhouse? Girl, you can tell this girl getting older, honey, because, ooh, there it is. All right. She done put everything that she did not want out in her closet. So, of course, we're going to have to get in here and try to organize this. I remember her trying to ask me about this dollhouse, but y'all, I was too busy paying attention to what the instructor was saying. So I didn't even catch what she was saying about it. But now I think I know what she was trying to tell me. I think she was trying to tell me that she didn't want it over here anymore. But anyway, but yeah, so I guess she's on a break, y'all, because the bed ain't made. This stuff is still on the floor, and I told her to vacuum at one point or another. Look, it's a whole spoon on the floor. Yeah, so she must be breaking. Let's go see what she's doing. Ooh, ooh, ma'am, are you on a break? I need you to go finish that room. There's a whole spoon on the floor and a napkin. Go finish your room.
What are you doing?
So I was in the room and I was smelling some food. I was like, hold on, let me go check out the scenery. Libby done made her some shrimp. Y'all, they look good. Y'all remember those shrimp skewers I bought, right? But she done hooked it up. What all you put on your bag? Tell the people. Tell the people how you hooked it up.
Seafood seasoning.
And what else? Did you use butter?
Yeah.
Oh man, that look good. Let me have one. Ooh,
just one.
Girl.
The tail is still on.
That's what's up. Good job. High five.
The tail's still on her, so.
Hey, boo.
No.
Let me get another one of these shrimps. That's good.
You touched my shrimp.
They taste really good. You did really good.
Huh? You can't have any. Stop.
Why not?
It.
You're not going to share with your mama?
Did you share your shrimp with me?
I did give you a shrimp, actually.
Exactly, a shrimp. You gave me a shrimp.
Oh, so because I gave you one, I can't get another one? Just one more. One more for the one time.
You already have one time.
One more for the one time, man. I can't have one. Hold on. I don't want you to drop it by accident. Be careful. Be careful with the shrimp.
It's not like you
Let me just get
it.
one. I got to bed my child for some food.
You didn't give me 2 shrimp.
I mean, you had the opportunity to take more than one when I had my back turned. That's what I would have did.
Wow, Mom.
That's what I would have did.
I spent I don't know how many minutes making this shrimp.
I know. I was sitting in a room like, man, it smells like somebody cooking. But then it got stronger. The aroma got stronger. I was like, okay, that's somebody cooking inside the house. Let me go check and see what's going on. That girl done hooked up some shit. Okay. But for real, before I leave.
No.
No? Okay.